ready for a story time. Hey guys, what's good? I'm back and I'm here with a story time because my life is never ever exciting. And when this moment happened, like every YouTuber, something clicks in and goes, story time. Okay, so I don't usually have very exciting events happen in my life, but when this event happened, I was like, you know what? I gotta tell this story time. So, grab your popcorn, grab your juice, grab your pop, grab your chips, grab your fruits, whatever you got. Fruits. Grab your fruits. I have an audience today with me. It's my brother. He just decided to listen on this. All of you know who Owen is. Owen, come say hi. Okay, go sit down. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna tell you guys a story time that happened to me yesterday. It was a pretty interesting day for me. I don't usually have exciting things happen to me. I know this is probably like a basic story. It's like, but I just found it funny after it all happened, and yeah. Hey, so basically, I'm gonna give you guys an idea of what happened. I was getting ready to go to work, and I was like, you know what? Let's take the GO train this time. If any of you guys don't live in Toronto, I'm pretty sure GO train is all over Canada. But if you're not from Canada, we have like this thing called GO train. I don't know how it works around the world because I never left Canada. So I was heading towards my track. I'm waiting there patiently like an innocent child I am. In my head, I'm like, I'm going to work. I had my music going. I had Swish Swish by Katy Perry, and I was like, swish, swish, swish. No one in the basket. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm waiting. The train comes. Okay, time to get on the train because I got to get to work. So you get on the train, right? I get on the train. I go sit down, my little self, and I sit there, and you know, there's one stop before I get to the stop I have to get to. If any of you guys live in Mississauga or Toronto, my stop was at Long Branch. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna get off at Long Branch. So I'm sitting there and I take the train like many times, but I don't have like an idea of how everything works. I just have like this, like the basics understanding. So I was basically on the train, sitting there, we got to Port Credit, and then all I hear on the thing, I take my earbuds out because I know they're gonna say Long Branch. The woman, like the speaker or whatever, she's like, next stop, Long Branch, Long Branch. And I was like, okay, that's my stop. I get up, I go to the door, and I'm waiting for the train to get to it. So we get to Long Branch, right? We get to Long Branch, the train stops. And just to give you guys a little idea, I was like, hey, so I can get off closer near the stairs to get to like the level or whatever to get out of the train. I got to like the second thing, the second of the little thingies where you sit in, the little, you know, where the seats are, like where you get on the train. Oh. I forgot what they're called. Let's just call it a basket. Okay, so anyway, so I'm waiting, right? I got on the second one, I think, to the closest to the front of the train, right? The train, the direction we're going in. So I'm in the second basket, right? And so we get to Long Branch, and I'm staring at my door like, I'm ready to work half an hour early, like blah blah blah. I'm a good little girl, whatever, all that shit. So I get there, right? And the door's like kind of, you know, I don't know if you guys take the bus, the train, whatever. You know, you hear like like you think it's like, oh, it's gonna open. Like, oh no, JK, joke's on you, bitch. Like, no, it didn't open. So I was like, oh, maybe there's a problem, right? So I stood there for a couple minutes, and then out of nowhere, guess what I heard? Okay, all doors closing, clear for closing. I was like, no, it ain't. It ain't clear for closing. I ain't clear for closing. I was like, no. And so I thought maybe the other doors on like the opposite side of the basket was open. So I'm like walking through everyone, like, excuse me, pardon me, sorry, excuse me, ma'am, please, maybe you're like, thank you, excuse me. So I'm walking real quick. The door's not open. And the woman on the speaker is like, okay, next stop, Mimico. I literally said out loud, trying like, no, it ain't. It's not Mimico. For me, it's Long Branch. I ain't. No, let me off. Let me off. So like the train just starts moving, and I'm like, oh my god. Everyone starts laughing. Like, why are you laughing? Someone help me. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I was like, what do I do? Like, I don't know where Mimico is. I guess interesting when I actually know where Mimico is. Anyways, I just forgot, you know, because like all this stuff was happening so fast. So basically I was like, what the heck, what do I do, what do I do? And then one woman, she's like, relax, you have to go to the fucking blank basket. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what the part in the train with like the person that works there that speaks, the bit that speaks in the speakerphone, that told me I couldn't get off? That woman, yeah, that's the cart where you go to when you have a problem, okay? So the woman's like, relax, you just have to go to that train. And I was like, not train, like that basket. And I was like, okay, thanks, like what basket? Like how do I get there? Like I need a map. Dora don't got a map in her backpack. And she's like, you have to go through like two baskets to get to that, let's call it the blank basket, to get to the blank basket, okay, to talk to the woman and she'll help you figure something out. And I was like, in my head I was like, what the fuck, like what is she gonna do? Like what are we gonna do, like stop in the middle of nowhere and have them call a train? Like yes, we need a train for Amanda Hennessy to get to Long Branch. Like what's gonna happen? So I was like, okay, the train's moving, right? And I didn't know how far Mimico was from Long Branch. So I was like, okay, I guess and I was like, well, how do I get to the thing? She's like, well, you have to go through the baskets. If any of you guys seen Polar Express, you remember that part where he had to follow the girl, the main character had to follow the girl through the track thing, and he like went through like the basket, and he's like outside, and you see everything.
Do you have the doors?
Thank you. Yeah, the doors. So he went through the doors. Don't talk. So you like, I had to go through the doors, and in my head, all I could think was Polar Express of the kid going flying everywhere, and he's on top of the train. I'm like, today's the day I'm gonna die. So anyway, so I was like, okay. So I go to the door, and this thing is hard to open. So I pull it, right? And then I go through, and the other one says automatic open. So I'm trying to automatically open. The door didn't open. So I'm just, hey, Amanda, just imagine me. I'm just hanging there while like the train's going, and it's like a little flap covering to get into the separate baskets. And I was, and I'm like nearly almost peeing myself. And I was like, okay, I guess this is happening. So finally I was able to open the door. I go through, okay, remember I was like, okay, the woman said you go through two baskets to get to like the blank basket. I was like,
no, you need carts. Like train carts. Like
train carts.
Cart.
A cart. To get through the cart.
A car?
To get through the car. I'm an idiot. Cart. I'm an idiot and I'm proud of it. Thank you. Oh, where was I? Damn it. Oh, so the woman's like, go through like 2 carts, now that we know the name, thank you, Owen. To go through 2 carts to get to like the blank cart, right? So I was like, okay. So I walked through one, I'm like, okay, next one. Walked through the second one, went through the whole Polar Express experience again. So I walked through that door again, walked through one more cart, finally got to the 3rd cart. I'm like, praise Lord Jesus Christ, we're about to get to where I have to get to. She's not there. There's no special lady thing, and I got so mad. I'm like, okay, maybe it's the next one. I go to the next one. Still nothing. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask someone for help. I turn around, I'm like, okay, who here on the train knows where the blank cart is? And one woman's like, it's 2 more carts over. In my head, I was like, ah! Okay, so I go through like the next like 3 carts, and I finally get to it, and I see this woman. I'm like, and I'm like out of breath, right? Cause I'm like storming. I don't know how far Mimico is, right? So I'm like, I finally see her. I lock eyes with the woman, and she like looks at my book, and she's like, and I can see in her face like, oh shit, what did I do? So I'm like, and I'm like walking around like, miss, you missed my spot. And she was like, what do you mean, sweetie? I'm like, you missed, like, we were at Long Branch and the doors didn't open. She's like, that's impossible. I saw people go in and out. And I'm like, so you saw everyone on the train go in and out because clearly you didn't see me. And in my head, I'm like, that makes me even more invisible than I actually feel. Thank you. So then she was just like, yeah, I saw everyone get on and off. And I was like, well, I wasn't able to get on and off. And she was like, okay, well, what cart were you on? And I'm like, why does it matter what cart I'm on? And she's like, were you on the coach cart? I'm like, there's a coach cart? When did a coach cart exist? What is this? It wasn't fancy, the cart I was in. And I told her, and she's like, oh, you in the coach cart. I'm like, it's the exact same thing at all of the other carts. Like, I don't get what makes it so freaking special. There's no, like, seat thingies. There's no food coming to you. There's no hot chocolate. There's only a toilet, a washroom station, like all the other carts. I don't see what makes her so special. And I'm like trying to like keep cool. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so what now then? I was like, well, I'm gonna be late for work. And she was just like, oh. And she's like looking at me. She's like, I don't know what I can do. And literally in my head, all I was like, bitch! What do you mean you can't do anything else? Like, what do you mean you have to do something else? But I was like trying to be calm and polite because like I don't like getting mad because I know what it's like to work in customer service because sometimes customers can be you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, be nice and chill. And I was like, so what's gonna happen? She's like, I don't know. She's like, give me a second. So she opens like one like covered thing, takes out a random phone with like a thing. Hang on a second. One moment. Don't ask why I have this. So she takes something like this out of nowhere, out of the cupboard. She's like, hang on. She like plugged in the phone and she's like, she's looking somewhere on the freaking chair. I don't know who she's looking at, Houdini or some stuff. She's like, hang on, oh shoot. And as like I hear her plug in the phone, all I hear is, and I was like, what the fuck am I on right now? So she's like, oh, that's not gonna help. Okay, so anyways, the next, she like grabs, like opens another cupboard, takes out some book. She's just like, hang on a second. And it literally says something about like how to something go train. And I was like, this woman's new. And she's like, hang on a sec. Yeah, there's nothing I can do for you. And I was like, it took you a book to realize that? And she's like, now hang on a second. Here's what I can do. And I was like, okay. She's like, what I can do, sweetie, is that our next stop is at Mimico. And in my head, I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. I know that. And then she was like, okay, so you're gonna get to Mimico and you're gonna hop off the train and then you're gonna catch the next train to Long Branch. And I was like, what is that? And she's like, give me a second. Oh darn, that doesn't work. What time does it say on your phone? I was like, it says 10:25. And she's like, okay. She takes out some next book and goes, yeah, the next train comes at 10:28. And then I don't know what I hear is, now arriving, Mimico. And I was like, okay. Now may I remind you that I am so far away to get downstairs to talk to someone or whatever on the train. So the train arrives at Mimico and she's like, okay, so this is what you're gonna do, sweetie. The woman on the train that I was talking to, she said, this is what you're gonna do, sweetie. You're gonna get off the train and you're gonna run over to the track, whatever it is. I'm like, which track is it? She's like, you're gonna have to figure it out by yourself, sweetie. I can't hold you by the hand. And I was like,
she said that. She said that?
She said that. And she was just like, I looked at her and she's like, I'm not trying to be rude, sweetie, but like, I don't know what. I'm like, so I'm not to talk to somebody? She's like, no, you can figure that out on your own. I'm like, how? So anyways, I was like, okay, I guess I'll go talk to someone myself. So I'm wearing like black heel booties. I don't know if you guys see my black heel booties, but like, they're like what, that much? That much of a heel, yeah, right? That much of a heel, right? So I had to run in the heat, black jeans and a black top, because that's my uniform, honey. So I literally, she's like, okay, make sure you catch the train, sweetie. She grabs her phone out of her pocket and goes, it's 10:26, remember, 10:28. And I was like, ah! So I'm like running, okay? I'm running in black heels. And I look over and I see some look on the train go, and I was like, yeah, I know, honey, it's happening. So I'm like, I finally get to the stairs. I run downstairs, almost fall down and kill myself. And then I'm like, okay, where's the front desk, whatever. I finally find the woman. Now, I usually take the GO train home from Long Branch to like Clarkson, whatever. So I usually see like the same people all the time because I work Monday to Friday, right? So I get to the teller and the woman, I've seen her before at Long Branch. She's only seen me at Long Branch, right? She's like looking down at her book and whatever, and she's like, how may I help? Sweetie, what the heck are you doing here? I was like, they missed my stop. And she's like, they missed your stop. I'm like, they didn't open. Doors don't open. They weren't opening. And she's like, okay, sweetie. You have to go back to Long Branch, right? I'm like, Long Branch. I gotta go to Long Branch. And she's like, okay, just get on that train. I'm like, which track? Which track? And she's like, track one. I'm like, okay. So I run to go down the stairs, and I realize, like, wait, do I have to pay extra for their effing mistake? So like, I almost fall on the stairs, turn around, like, do I have to pay? And she's like, no, sweetie, just go catch the train. It's coming in like 1 minute. I'm like, so I'm like running, right? And I go to track one and I stand there, I'm like, so the train comes. I get on the train and I'm like, and everyone's like, what's wrong with this girl? Like, Jesus, is she okay? And I finally sit down and I'm like, so I finally get to work 10 minutes early. Not half an hour early, 10 minutes early. I know, but like I wasn't really in the mood for that. I was exhausted when I went to work and I was not in the mood. I'm not gonna hate on anybody, but like, let's just say I was really triggered that morning from that thing happening. But yeah, so I know it wasn't a long story, but I wanted to tell you guys a little something to laugh about or whatever, because you know, things that happen in my life, you know, I don't usually have stuff like this happen, but I figure, you know what, might as well share the story to you guys. Because in case you guys follow my Instagram, I posted on my story about shout out to Go Train for missing my stop or not letting me get off. Yeah, so this is the backstory to that. If you guys want me to do more story times, something like this ever happens, give the video a thumb up. Give this video a thumb up. Give this video a thumbs up. If you're once again new to my channel and you like this video and let's say you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and let me know so I can make more videos like this. Also I have a question for you guys because no one decided to answer me on my Instagram. That I really like, I've been interested in listening to story time videos and like not story time, paranormal story time videos. Much like to stay away from that stuff, and I like listening to creepypasta videos. I thought maybe I could do creepypasta story times where I could read it to you guys.
I want to do that.
And okay, so Owen's on that. So if you guys want me to do something like that, I would love to. And also, I think it'd be really cool to show you guys my acting skills because I can probably put a little bit of accents and stuff like that, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, also if you guys want me to do like conspiracy theories, Owen can hop on that with me. That would be so much fun. I'd actually love to do that because I love Shane Dawson's conspiracy theories. But yeah, so this was the video. I hope you guys liked this video and all that fun stuff. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And if you guys have ever had bad train experience, tell me in the comments. I would love to hear your stories. Okay, I love you guys so much. Hope you all have a beautiful week, or if this is a Sunday or Saturday, beautiful weekend, whatever it's gonna happen, all that fun stuff. Yeah, so I love you guys so much. Hope you all have an amazing day. Don't forget, you're all beautiful, talented, amazing individuals, and you can do whatever the hell you want. Ain't that right, Owen?
That's so right.
It's so right. It's so lit. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.